Lewis, how tough is this going to be as a challenge? But I suppose you've got to embrace it, haven't you?
Oh, definitely. I think we spoke about at the start of the week that they were tipped as the favourites for the competition at the start. We know how tough it is. We obviously played against them at home and made 250 odd tackles. Hopefully the plan is this week not to go out there and do that again. But it's one of those places that in rugby, it's one of those on the bucket list to go over there and play. And I think boys are really looking forward to it. And it's just a massive opportunity for us. We spoke last week about giving ourselves a chance to go for a cup final, and this is our cup final now. So all we can do is go out there and do what we can on the day.
And what can that plan be? Because obviously you've had to take it down to this point, but now obviously you've got to deliver once again.
Yeah, I think first things first is to go out there and put our style on the game, how we know we can do. We saw against Montpellier, it's a massive battle for sort of 40-50 minutes, and then those big French teams, they can't tend to live with us, Premiership teams. So we hope we go out there, back our fitness and stick to our game plans, and a win out there would be a really, really good result for us. Johan said today that nobody in the media, the press, is going to give us any chance. So to go out there, prove people wrong, and that's what we've done before. And we know we can do it as a squad. We know we've got the ability. We've seen with all the international call-ups, the boys are getting recognised now for their talents. We've got it as a team. We've got the coaching staff. It's just going out there and doing it now.
How key could patience be?
Patience can be massive, yeah, definitely. Nothing's going to happen out there too quickly. Crowd's going to be huge. Referees going to play a part. There's going to be times where we're under pressure and stuff like that. So it's just riding that pressure and picking our moments, and then being able to execute when we do get those moments.
And the battle up front, obviously you've got to earn the right to play in France, haven't you? Probably more so than anywhere else. How much pressure on the pack?
Definitely. It's one of those things we spoke about in our units meetings this week, and very similar to Montpellier. They were a big pack that pride themselves on the scrum and maul, and to go over there, to get a maul try against those guys was huge for us. So we want to go over there, and we know defensively it's going to be hard work stopping those guys, but on the flip side, that they've got to try and stop us in attack as well with the pace and power that we've got in our pack.
And the pressure on the youngsters in the front rows, the Kieran Knights, the Todd Cleaves, how much does that then sort of put a little bit more onto the back five, if you like, to play the more expansive game, and also you becoming a senior player?
Yeah. I think it's we back anyone, like Johan said before. Anyone in this team that's in there is in there for a reason. Is good enough, old enough, strong enough. So we'll back those boys up front, and they've always got us behind them, and I'm sure that they'll be able to do a job as they did at the weekend.
Discipline as well, change of referee, has that affected your planning?
Ref's the ref. You tend not to look into. You always look who the ref is, but you don't know who's going to turn up on the day, how he's going to ref it, how he's going to be affected by the crowd. If we stick to our disciplines and do what we can do, that's all we can control. Control ourselves, control the controllables we have, and let him try and hopefully go through the game without being noticed.
And I suppose actually it's react to the way that he wants the game to be played during the game, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. We always speak about the first 10 minutes, just seeing how he's going to be, especially in terms of breakdown, scrum and maul. There's such big areas of the game that the ref does tend to control a lot of in terms of how it happens, and you watch French teams in the analysis room, and what they're doing in the top 14 is completely different to how we'd get refed in the Premiership. So it's that balance of how it is on the day, and like I said, we've actually got a Pro 14 ref, so that's another set of eyes on how he analyses things.
Can Gloucester still spring a few surprises on Toulouse?
I'd like to think so, yeah. We've got the players and we've got the coaching staff to come up with the ideas, and it's then just us to go out there and execute them, and hopefully they come off and they're not expecting them.